And SABC News reporter Mlondi Radebe attended that briefing a short while ago and joins us live now. Mlondi, a lot came out of that particular briefing, but the question on everybody's lips is whether or not those who collect their social grants at the post office will be able to do so when the time comes. What did the minister say on this one?
Thank you very much, Bongiwe. You'll remember that the minister mentioned that in eThekwini alone, about 13 post offices have been affected. 2 of them are badly affected because it's one in Rosberg and the other one is in Tongat. That's where the post offices are badly affected. But he's saying that 9 or 10 of them, of post offices in eThekwini, they have no electricity, no water, but those things, they might be restored by the end of this week or next week. But those post offices, they will be working and they will be making sure that the social, basically, because the post offices are used as a pay point during this time. You know that people are receiving their grants at the post office, so they will make sure that those people receive their grants. If not, there will be an alternative that they will be able to make sure that people do receive their grants during this time, because they understand that post offices are flooded, and also members of the community, they do need these grants to support themselves.
And did she mention what those alternative measures will be that will be put in place, or will they announce that in due course?
At this point in time, he did not mention any basically measures in relation to the alternatives, but she was saying that especially during this time, they are trying by all means to make sure that those post offices are opened by the end of this week or by the end of next week, so that the grant recipients will be able to receive their grants in KwaZulu Natal, especially in eThekwini, because eThekwini is the part that is badly affected by the floods. And we understand that also one member of their staff in the post office, Benedict Magwaza, passed away because of the floods, and his 2 children are still missing. The wife and the son are injured because of as a result of the flooding at his home.
A very distressing situation there. Now, Mlondi, one of the things that has also been of great concern is the damage, with regards to several schools. And the minister says that the department is going to see how they can help to ensure that learners who are not able to go to these schools don't miss out on their schooling. How does the department plan to do this?
The Department of Communication is saying that they are trying to make sure to meet with the Department of Basic Education. Basically, they will try to meet with Mama Angie Mutsecha in relation to ICT, to try and make sure that those kids who are unable to go to school, they do have an access maybe to internet, so that they will be continuing with their classes online, to make sure that they are not left behind in the syllabus. You'll understand that a number of schools, more than 600 in KwaZulu Natal, they are affected by these floods, and some of the schools are not accessible. More than 100 are not accessible by car, so they are cut off from the communities. So the communication minister was saying that if possible for them, they will be using internet to make sure that these classes are attended online, so that at least learners are not left behind with the syllabus.
And has the digital migration project been affected?
The minister is saying that the digital migration will not be affected, because they will continue with the plan as usual, but they will make sure that if someone who has already received that decoder will be given the decoder back once the property is basically rebuilt, and then the person will continue with using the decoder that basically is given by the minister. But also mentioned that Sentech is complaining about vandalism in their satellites, especially in Port Shepstone, saying that the areas of Port Shepstone, Margate and Harding, those areas are badly affected, because the communities in those areas now, they can't receive television or radio because of the vandalism that is happening around the province of KwaZulu Natal.
All right, Pongan, thank you so much for that. That is our reporter Mlondi Radebe, who attended that briefing with the communications.